As I was coming up here, I noticed a lot of signs, and they were like, buzz driving is drunk driving. And I'm like, first of all, no, it's not. Because if I'm buzzed driving next to somebody that's drunk and swerving, I'm thinking I'm getting away from you because you're going to get us both caught. Like, you didn't learn how to do it right. It's like Lamaze. You just focus and breathe. You look at yourself in the rearview mirror and say, we can get through this. We can get through this. It's the one in the middle, guys. It's the one in the middle. But I don't drink as much as I used to because I'm in my 30s now, and I used to blackout drink, which is terrible because you miss all the best parts of your night. And I don't want to blackout drink. I want to blackout work. You know, I just want to miss my day and be like, I don't know how this happened, but I just got promoted. I don't know what I did. But like, I've worked a lot of terrible low-wage jobs, and they have those weird expectations at those jobs where they expect me to care. And it's like, first of all, you're paying me minimum wage. You're just lucky I'm not stealing stuff. In front of you, you know? I mean, because you don't pay me enough to live, so things will go missing. Just let you know. That's how this is going to work between us. But I don't get those jobs, because like, people come in all the time and be like, hey, you know, if you just try hard enough, you could own this place. And I'm like, I don't like being here now. If I own this place, I'd have to be here more. Like, I don't think you understand that. I want to get out of here. And that's the dumbest idea. If you work hard, don't ever work hard. That's the dumbest thing you could ever do. I've been promoted, and it's not because I worked hard, it's just because I lasted longer. My boss was like, hey, we need to promote somebody. Who's still, Chris, you still work here? You want to be manager? I was like, sure, why not? I'm not doing anything. Let's try this out. But it's dumb, like, I don't know. I've worked at coffee shops, and I've had to deal with people I never thought I'd have to deal with. You know, customer service. Because the job is simple. It's simple. But the customers are what make every job terrible. And I'll give you an example. I remember this one lady came up to me, and I was working at a coffee shop, so I was like, I took her order, and I asked her a very simple question. I said, hey, what's your name? And she goes, I don't give a name. And I was like, who hurt you? I'm just trying to make you drinks, lady. I don't... And then I make her drinks, and I go, Sue, your drinks are ready, and nothing happens. And I go, Sue, your drinks are ready. And she goes, are these my drinks? And I say, well, is your name Sue? And she goes, yes. And I go, well, you can get your drinks when you learn your damn name. And this lady actually looked at me, and she only ordered 2 drinks. One was hot and one was cold. And this lady, a grown adult woman, looked at me in the eye and said, which one's cold? To which I said, the cold one is the one with the ice in it. Please tip. Minimum wage jobs are the only thing that make marijuana a good idea. I think if you work minimum wage, they should just hand you a bong and be like, hey, look, we know this is going to suck, but here you go. Then I wouldn't steal anything. I'd be like, well, now I owe you. It's fine. So, of course. Duh. I used to work at a casino. I used to deal cards. I used to deal blackjack, actually. And if any of you have ever thought about gambling, don't. The casinos don't build new casinos every few years because they're losing, just to let you know. And that was a job that, that was the only job where I've been yelled at for 8 hours a day for just doing my job. People would come in every day and be like, how dare you steal my money? I'm like, first of all, it's called gambling, not winning. Because if it was called winning and you lost, I'd be like, we need to talk to management because this is a problem. I don't know what's happening. Of course, it's like, and they weren't mad at me, they were mad at math. I just want to let you guys know a little bit about myself. I'm a survivor. I was born a heroin baby, which I look at as a positive thing because that means that I kicked heroin at birth. So I am 33 years clean and sober. That's right, I kicked it. And when I was born, I was 1 pound 7 ounces, which I don't know what that is, street value. Actually, I Googled it. $49,895.12. That's right, I was expensive. But I do like the fact that I kicked heroin at birth. And that's why I think I've never been addicted to drugs in my life. Because I've already had the best drug that there is. Womb heroin. Like, you can give me your best China White, but unless it comes from an umbilical cord, I don't want it. Like, I need that placenta grade to get off, you know what I mean? Like, what are you gonna do? And, like, when I was a child, I was homeless and we lived in a car, which basically means I look down on people that live under the underpass. I'm like, you know, like, we have car payments, please. There's a homeless hierarchy here, all right? And I hate when people go, oh, you were a heroin baby, or are you a crack baby? I'm like, no, please, I was chic. It's different. Yeah. It's a very different experience. I also don't know what race I am. I have no idea. And people go, how do you not know? And I go, well, my mom was a prostitute, so it's kind of a grab bag situation. It's like, who had the most money in the 80s? If I had to guess, possibly Middle Eastern. I don't know. And because I don't know what race I am, I'm not racist. Mostly because I don't want to hate my own. You know, that'd be awkward. Be like, you're brown. And the guy'd be like, well, so are you. And he'd be like, well, how much money did your dad have in the 80s? We could be related. There's a chance.